ba 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 ba, ra ra ra, ra 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 ra, ba ba. You can do a card while that's going on.
Yeah, maybe not.
When everybody hates it, we think it's okay. When everybody likes it, we gotta complain. We're quite contrary. Thank you, and welcome to a Quite Contrary Rough Cut. This is a one-shot, what we call mise en scene, where we will not be cutting ourselves and we'll be giving our first impressions. We may cut some dead space if it's in there, but we're not going to cut out any content. But this is our first impressions. We just saw the Justice League! So, first impressions?
First impressions.
Johnny.
Yes.
How did you feel about the movie?
It was great.
What did you like about it?
I liked all the superheroes, and they were fighting the bad guys. It was actually a little bit funny. I have to wonder, because Joss Whedon came in after a lot of stuff was already done.
He was put on this.
Exactly. So if you,
I'm asking.
I'm telling you. So what happened? The story. So what happened was, for those who don't know, like Zack, Zack Snyder's daughter died a year or two ago.
I knew that.
So what happened was he thought it was best for him to just go back to work at some point, and he did, and he worked on this movie for a very long time. But at some point, he just couldn't take it. It was hard for him to get through it.
Understandable.
So they actually worked something out with Joss Whedon, where Zack Snyder stepped aside after they had already shot everything. So, but Joss Whedon came in to help with the editing.
Okay.
And he managed a lot of that. So what I'm wondering out loud to everybody is how much influence he had on kind of some of the funny stuff that happened. Because there's actually a fair amount of humor that I thought was mostly landed jokes. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, there are very few groaners.
Right. And those that were groaners actually came in the last act for some reason.
If there's anything that makes you groan, and it is that last act,
yeah.
It's that they are landing so many jokes. And right. I know this is similar to the major gripe that I had with Thor Ragnarok, that it was too funny. And this skirted that.
Yeah.
Very, very close to being too funny, but only in the third act. It did have some really great characterization. The best Cyborg in a movie yet. I absolutely I'm including the animated
sure
stuff, because when I think of Cyborg, I think of the Teen Titans, and that was a really good depiction of Cyborg. But they did one made-for-TV movie, and that's about it, and that was a little weak anyway. But for a major theatrical release, that was a really, really good Cyborg.
And what without going into detail with every single character in the movie, I do want to say that I think that what they did very well was actually balance all the characters. They all got a good amount of the movie. I don't think that anyone, Batman is the one that's kind of orchestrating a lot of this.
Yes.
But I didn't feel like he was a huge part. They didn't give him a lot of screen time, I don't think.
Well, and they didn't, because they respected what Batman's role was.
Right.
He orchestrates because all he has to work with is his mind.
Right.
He can't get into the fray. Huh?
And money.
And money.
But, okay, so
the movie.
Well, if you've watched one of our videos before, we're trying to do more of these videos that are just kind of a little bit shorter, and we can give you our real thoughts on things, because we know, quite contrary, what we do is we actually create videos that are contrary to what is the popular opinion on a particular movie or whatever.
Generally speaking, we go against, we rely on things like Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes,
right.
And your dog trotting in the background.
Oh, he's the
noise.
best. He's the best, buddy.
Oh, the baby.
Yeah.
No, we rely on those kind of things, and we find out what the general consensus is, and then once we find out whether pretty much the entire nation
right.
thinks about it, we do the opposite. If everybody agrees that it's good, we point out, and we try to do so faithfully, point out the things that are legitimately bad about it, and put a spotlight on them.
Right, so I wanted to give you a little slight preview. So obviously when we do the video, the Quite Contrary proper video that's coming out in a couple days, we're going to have to say some bad things about this movie because we liked it so much. And now, Actually, I wanted to do this. I forgot.
That's right.
We were going to actually look at Rotten Tomatoes for the first time on this particular movie.
Because we are not the only media outlet that had an advanced screening. We actually won ours on a raffle. So it's not that we had press badges or anything.
Okay, before we even look at this, I haven't selected.
You want me to guess?
I want both of us to come with a prediction.
Okay, I think that critics will give this a... I think they'll give it what I gave it, and that's a 90.
I'm actually expecting lower. I'm pessimistic because I think that people just want to hate on the DC stuff. I think it's going to be close to 76.
As someone who does review movies, we do that.
Yeah.
This was refreshing.
I loved it
compared to the other.
We haven't talked about the combat and the sound, the freaking.
Do the thing first.
Yeah. Okay.
One
Sorry.
segment at a
Sorry.
time. Well, actually, it's going to take time for him to find that thing.
No, I've got it, and actually, it says there's no score yet. Nope. Yeah, no score.
What is that?
That's a want to see.
Oh, the want to see is 98.
Yeah. No, I'd heard that they were allowing people to review it now, but apparently that's a lie.
But yeah, so now you know our scores. Well, actually, we don't know your score.
What?
No.
Oh, my actual score?
Yeah, because I give this movie a 90. It is the most enjoyable thing that DC has produced pretty much since The Dark Knight Rises.
I can't let you.
I'm sorry, not The Dark Knight Rises. Just The Dark Knight.
I cannot let you like this movie more than me. I cannot let you like this movie more than me.
Why don't you just vote your conscience?
91%.
You, so you think 90?
Yes.
Okay. It's just Johnny. Oh, okay. The dog was literally in the shot there, and that's fine.
Okay, that's okay. He's a fun guy.
He is not a mushroom.
Oh, what?
Fun guy?
Is that a Mario thing?
Oh.
No, it's a potato. His wife.
Oh, fun guy.
His wife is a scientist, and she's
laughing at my idiocy.
Heard that before?
No. Okay, we have a Metacritic score.
We have a Metacritic score.
And it's based on 41 critics' reviews of the movie so far.
How is this? Are we a nation of critics at this point?
Yes.
Okay, so
Everybody has a fucking voice. It's surprisingly low.
really?
Yeah, 49.
No.
So like we said, we do want to keep this video short. So let's just get to the bottom of it. We both liked it.
Presentation was amazing. Characterization was knocked out of the park for something like a superhero movie. You don't expect it to be high drama, but it still had moments that made you think, made you go aha, made you feel things for the characters. Setups were good, jokes landed.
Yeah, and I'll tag onto that. I also want to say for me, some of the things that stood out that I was actually a little surprised was the visuals were actually mostly fantastic, and then also the audio. The soundtrack was absolutely amazing. There was nods to things that have come before. Some Batman nods, which I really liked.
Some Superman nods.
Superman nods. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm tired. But so,
and of course you can't do a DC movie anymore without.
Because of Wonder Woman, yeah. So, of course, the Quite Contrary video, we do have to say negative things, so just a little preview. We haven't come up with a final list yet, but there are going to be some visuals that weren't so good.
Yes.
We also will touch a little bit on, I think we'll touch on some of the comedy.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a little bit of that, the cheesiness there. We haven't come up with the third one. What do you think it will be?
I think the third one will be the inclusion of Batman, because...
Fair.
I think as a nation we're tired of him.
Oh.
And the rights, Batman needs to become public.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone will have the rights to it. That way everybody can make a Batman comic and just burn the concept to the ground.
Sweet. So that's what you have to look forward to in our next Quite Contrary video. There's fruit snacks somewhere.
Are we gonna do fruit snacks? This is a rough cut.
So no fruit snacks. It's
No.
not. It's not a proper.
Okay, the thing about
we're gonna.
No. It's just
okay.
it's just that this is a rough cut.
Right.
It's not supposed to be comfortable. It's kind of seat of our pants. If we're gonna do rough, okay, I say we eat paper in silence.
Why? Gosh, that's a cool T-shirt.
Did your cat sit on this notebook at some point?
Probably.
Thank you. My hair is awful. I've been playing with it. I can feel it. Probably wait until they're gone.